Hey gamers, Maniac here with GameAccess.net. Basically, this video is not going to be a good one. It's not going to be positive, unfortunately. For those of you guys who are subscribers to my channel, you know that a while ago, probably like around, I think it was around Christmas time or something like that, I had published a video where I had talked about that there was a home video game platform, basically, a home video game platform company that made home arcade machines called iiRcade. And for a company that was basically working on trying to get these arcade machines into people's houses so that they could basically buy arcade games to load and install onto their onto these arcade machines over the internet. I questioned how they were running out of product, basically, that they had very commonly been sold out. And I thought it was a bad look that the company had been sold out, with their product for so long. And shortly afterwards, they restocked product and they cut prices. But that didn't last very long. I remembered I actually grabbed one during that brief window. And I got my machine, which I'm going to show you guys in just a few minutes. But shortly afterwards, the majority of their consoles, with the exception of like some of their early stuff that they kind of were selling with like heavy discounts, they never replenished their stock of their premium consoles, their gold editions, as they called them. And that always had gnawed at the back of my mind as to why they would be out of stock for so long unless there was something wrong with supply. And as of 2 days ago, I think it was Friday, and I just got the confirmation from the company this evening, before I go live with you guys, that the company is being disbanded. And while there has been no mention on their Twitter feed, there was a mention on the YouTube feed, and all of their subscribers are being notified over email as we speak. And basically that they are ending their digital download store, that there will be no more downloads offered within the matter of a couple of days. And although they did say that your consoles will not stop working, you will be able to use them. You will be able to continue using any games that you've downloaded on them before the shutdown. But anything after that, basically, you won't be able to put more games on it, which is unbearably unfortunate. I really liked the iiRcade. I thought the platform had a lot of potential, and I'll do a close-up video of it in just a little bit. But I basically bought it because ever since my wife and I decided to move in together and to start a life together, I basically was like, well, I've got a job, I've got income, I've got a house of my own with a woman who I love. And so all the things that I've thought of my whole life as to, yeah, why would that person put that piece of furniture there? Or why would people put that TV there? I can now finally arrange a house in the proper way. And part of that had to do with the fact that I put together a home arcade. The thing is that even with getting these home arcade machines, they still take up space. And I'm not saying it's a lot of space, but it still takes up space. And so I had gotten the iiRcade machine as a bit of a meet in the middle with my wife. I wanted a Dragon's Lair machine. I make no mistake of that. I will tell you right now, I wanted to get a Dragon's Lair machine. Dragon's Lair game meant a lot to me. I've even done videos about it in the past. In fact, I may finally do a finale to that Dragon's Lair Challenge Part 1 that I did a video about not too long ago, but many years ago, that I never followed up with. So I had wanted my own Dragon's Lair machine for the longest time. And it just didn't happen until I started seeing that iiRcade had released their edition with Dragon's Lair as software, basically running on their, what was essentially a home console, a arcade console. And I thought, wow, that is absolutely fantastic. Maybe I should get that instead of like some alternative. because I could get Dragon's Lair on that. It would look like a Dragon's Lair machine, and I could put more than just Dragon's Lair on it. I wanted copies of like Burger Time. I wanted like other, Space Invaders. All of those games I could like put on this system, and it'd be fantastic, I thought. And so instead of getting it, and on top of that, it would make my wife happy, because I was like, well, if I get this Dragon's Lair machine, then I could install a whole bunch of software games on it, and I wouldn't have to buy those machines separately. Like I would, if I put Space Invaders on the Dragon's Lair machine, then I could play Space Invaders on the Dragon's Lair machine. I wouldn't have to get a Space Invaders machine. Or I could get the same thing with Burger Time. I understand for some people that's not the same thing, and I get that. I understand that. And the iiRcade was not a multicade system in that it wasn't like, it's not a MAME system. It's not designed, at least not out of the box, and at least not as intended, unless you mod it now, which people may be doing moving forward. It's not designed to have just games loaded onto it on like an SD card or something. The way it works is it's meant for you to download the games that you purchase that come with it off of your Wi-Fi or Ethernet connection, basically, and to purchase extra games for it through their online website. And that's how they did it. And but like I said, it would work even without, once the games were downloaded, it would still work. And you could play, once they were downloaded, you play them all you wanted to. But now it's clear there are no more games coming to it. There will not be more games coming to it. The promise of the Sinjin light gun support was fulfilled, but there will only be Operation Wolf and the Operation Wolf sequel that were already released. And probably by the time most people are watching this video, there is no chance they will be able to actually, either purchase more iiRcade product or purchase the games digitally. And that's a really bummer way for me to end the Sunday night, to tell you all of this, but it's the truth. It's what happened. And what I'd like to do is, in a future video, I'd like to do a close-up as to this machine, just as kind of like a tribute to it. I have done tributes on this YouTube channel and on my website before for discontinued hardware. I remember specifically that I think I did a video about the PSP being bye-bye. But I wasn't expecting to do a eulogy for the iiRcade less than a year after I purchased it. I really am not. That having been said, I've got games on it. I've got games on my unit. I'll be fine. I'll be fine with what I've got on there, and we'll move forward from there. Until next time, guys. My name is Maniac with GameAccess.net. Take care. Over and out.